Good morning to all. Already in my previous session, I completed four types of classification. Number one is the basis of sources of origin. Number two is the structure. Number three is the synthesis. Number four is the molecular forces. Now we are going to start last and final classification of the polymers, that is called classification on the basis of mechanism. So my dear students, this is the most important classification, especially in the polymer part. What is the mechanism? For example, in general chemical reaction, reactant conversion into the product. So in between, as a reactant converted into the product, in between there are number of steps are involved. What kind steps are involved as a reactant converted into the product? The entire the process is called mechanism. So this is the most important word. Mechanism is nothing but what kind of steps are involved in the chemical reaction as a reactant converted into product. So that is called mechanism. Now here, especially based on the mechanism, polymers are showing two different type of mechanisms. So my dear students, you know that already discussed in previous classes. Preparation method, two different type of preparations methods are there. Number one is the additional polymerization method and second one is the condensation polymerization. So ultimately all polymers are prepared through either additional polymerization or condensation polymerization. But in the mechanism point of view also two mechanisms are there. Number one is chain growth mechanism and second one is the step growth mechanism. So my dear students, especially if any one of the polymer to prepare through the additional polymerization method, the polymer has chain growth mechanism. This is the most important point. And if any one of the polymer to prepare through the additional polymerization, appo chain growth mechanism irukku. Aprama, if any one of the polymers are prepared through condensation polymerization, then step growth mechanism is there. So this is the most important point. Two type of mechanism. If any one of the polymer to prepare through the additional polymerization, chain growth mechanism, and if any one of the polymer are prepared through the condensation polymerization, step growth mechanism. So ultimately whenever you will prepare polymers through additional polymerization or condensation polymerization, two mechanisms are there. Number one is the chain growth mechanism, number two is the step growth mechanism. Now important point is chain growth mechanism. In this polymerization, chain slowly growth by 3 steps. See Nana, already I told how to prepare additional polymers. Again I repeated this one. Additional polymerization means monomer unit has contains unsaturated. If number of the monomer unit connected together to form one long polymeric chain. To form long polymeric chain, that is called generally polymer. But here in chain growth mechanism, three steps are involved. So the first one is the chain initiation. This is the most important in board level. Chain growth mechanism has three steps. Chain initiation, second one is the chain propagation, third one is the chain termination. For example, chain initiation. In case of two monomers are connected together, how the chain will be start, that is called chain initiation. And chain propagation means it will be continue, the chain polymeric chain will be continue, that is called chain propagation. And chain termination means chain should be stopped. So my dear students, already I told in the additional polymerization, number of the monomer units are held together to form long polymeric chain. So first of all, இப்போ ஒரு monomer another monomer, ஒரு one monomer another monomer connected through covalent bond, that's first starting stage is called chain initiation. Then continuously chain will be propagated, that is called chain propagation. Final one is the chain termination. So now important point is, in case of, now I will write here, this is one monomer, this is one monomer, this is also another monomer. If these two monomers are connected together, connected together through covalent bonds. So actually, if two monomer approaching to each other, they are not involved in the spontaneously. If these two monomers connected together with the help of catalyst, that is the most important point. If two, especially in chain growth mechanism, chain growth mechanism already present in the additional polymerization. See my dear students, if any one of the polymer to prepare through additional polymerization, two monomers are approaching to each other. Two monomers are approaching to each other. Later what happened? They are not connected directly with help of catalyst. With help of catalyst. That's why my dear students, if the chain initiation started in between of the monomer with the help of the catalyst. With the help of the catalyst. This is the most important point. If in chain growth mechanism, catalyst is not there, the chain initiation is not started. Chain initiation, it's not started. So that is the most important point. Chain initiation means chain should be started. See again, chain initiation. If two monomers are joined together through covalent bonds, the chain will be started if monomers join together with the help of the catalyst or catalyst are required. Generally in chain growth mechanism, these three catalysts are generally used. What kind of catalyst are used? Benzyl peroxide catalyst, acetyl peroxide catalyst, tertiary butyl peroxide catalyst. So ultimately, once again I repeated my dear students, if any one of the polymer to prepare through the additional polymerization, definitely this polymerization has chain growth mechanism. So how the chain growth mechanism will be started? Involved in the three steps: chain initiation, chain propagation, chain termination. So this is the most important. Later, so what kind of catalyst are frequently used in this chain initiation? Benzyl peroxide, acetyl peroxide, tertiary butyl peroxide. Now my question is, what is the importance of catalyst? In case of chain growth mechanism, listen carefully, in case of chain growth mechanism, if two monomers not directly connected each other with the help of the catalyst, that is the most important point, my dear students. Now we are going to start. For example, polyethylene. Polyethylene is one of the polymer. It's prepared through the additional polymerization of chain growth mechanism. Understood ma? Now we will start the mechanism of polyethylene. See students, reaction mechanism of polyethylene. Now we are start the preparation of polyethylene. See, already I told polyethylene is the homopolymer because of the same category of the monomers are there. And moreover, another point is the polyethylene is prepared through the additional polymerization. So here this is the type, this is the preparation method, this is a mechanism. So three points are very important. Polyethylene is a homo type of polymer, homo category type of polymer. It's prepared through the additional polymerization. All kind of additional polymerization has chain growth mechanism. Now see Nana, already just before 1 minute I said, so chain growth mechanism involved into three steps. So what is the chain initiation, chain propagation or chain termination? And one more point is, definitely catalysts are very needed in this mechanism. So the first one is the step 1. Step 1 is the chain initiation. In the chain initiation, catalysts are converted into the free radical. This is the most important point. Now here, now I will write here, see properly, what is the importance of catalyst? This is the monomer, this is the monomer. So these two monomers are not directly connected to each other. First of all, what happened here? First, catalyst, listen carefully, catalyst to form free radical. Catalyst are form free radical. Then this free radical attack to the monomer. That is the most important thing. Catalyst, what is important of catalyst in the chain growth mechanism? Catalyst first, they are formed to free radical. This free radical again attack to the monomer, Hence, these monomers are connected to another monomer. This is called start the chain initiation. So, my dear students, generally in chain growth mechanism, two monomers are not directly connected to each other. They are connected with the help of the catalyst. What is the function of catalyst in this process? First, catalyst, they are converted into free radical. The catalysts are converted into free radical. These free radical attack to the monomers. Hence, these monomers are directly bonded with one more monomer. So this entire the concept I will show with equation. See once again, my dear students, here chain initiation. Once again, in this chain initiation, catalyst is converted into the free radical. Catalyst are, first of all, catalyst are converted into free radical. Especially now we are discussing polyethylene. So in the polyethylene preparation method, catalyst name is the benzyl peroxide. Already discussed, first catalyst converted into free radical. That free radical attack to the monomer. See, first of all, benzyl peroxide. This is the formula of the benzyl peroxide. C6H5, C double bond O, OO, C double bond O, C6H5. First, how the catalyst of benzyl peroxide converted into free radical? Listen very carefully. This is the benzyl peroxide formula. First of all, what happened? This oxygen, this 2,1 is nothing but peroxides. So now cleavage. Cleavage means the peroxyl link is breakup. So the peroxyl link is the breakdown. So that's why first of all, C6H5 C double bond O. This is oxygen, this is oxygen. These two oxygens are commonly known as peroxy link. Now in the peroxy link is breakup. Later what happens? See, here C6H5, here C6H5. Now I will represent it 2C6H5, then C double bond O, C double bond O and O dot. So here bond is breakup. So it's called free radical. This is represented radical. So free radicals are formed. Listen carefully. First to benzyl peroxide converted into the free radical. Now we will get free radical. Aprama NiH. In this free radical, again bond cleavage in between phenyl group and C double bond O group. Here cleavage is formed. This is the most important. See very carefully. Here cleavage is formed. Aprama NiH. So ultimately this is called, here cleavage means this electron shifting to here, one more electron shifting to here. So that's why phenyl C6H5 phenyl free radical, entire the C double bond O and one more O is eliminated as a carbon dioxide. So listen carefully, my dear students. First of all, catalyst, where is break the bonds, peroxy linkage, upon free radical are formed. This free radical again one more bond breakup, that is phenyl free radicals are formed. This is called phenyl free radical. C6H5 phenyl free radical. Now this phenyl free radical attack to the ethylene group, because of now we will discussing the polyethylene preparation. Now this phenyl free radical attack to the ethylene groups, hence one polymeric chain is formed. This is called polymerization chain is started. So this entire the process, what are the entire the process? So catalyst converted into free radical, again free radical converted into phenyl free radical, again the phenyl free radical directly attack to the monomer. This entire the part is entire the process in the part of the chain initiation. Now see here, the phenyl free radical attack to the ethylene group, immediately the chain will be started. Chain should be started. So this is entire the process in the mechanism. It's considered as a chain initiation. Next step of chain growth mechanism, chain propagation. Chain propagation means already here one chain is started. C6H5, CH2, single bond CH2 free radical. This C6H5, CH2 free radical again attack to one more n number of ethylene groups. Hence what happen? One long chain will be continue. This is called chain propagation. So chain initiation already completed. Chain propagation means again the free radical of the phenyl group again reacted with one more ethylene groups or n number of ethylene groups, chain will be continue. So this is called chain propagation. And ultimately last and final stage of the chain growth mechanism is chain termination. Chain termination means, so if the chain will be continuously propagated, ultimately chain should be stopped. That stage it's called chain termination. See here how to stop the chain termination. This is the most important. Already here one long propagated chain is there. So if two different propagated chains connected opposite direction, the chain should be stopped. See Nana, this is the entire the one chain. And reversible, see C6H5 CH2 CH2, now you'll miss it, one more CH2 just is added, CH2, and this chain again opposite direction. This is the most important, opposite direction, plus here plus opposite direction, one more chain is connected together. In the last phenyl group is there, this side also last phenyl group is there. So this is called chain termination. So my dear students, ultimately the chain growth mechanism, complete chain growth mechanism present in the additional polymerization. You know polyethylene, how to start the polyethylene? Directly ethylene groups are not connected to each other with the help of the catalyst. What is the importance of catalyst? Catalyst first can converted into free radical, that free radical again converted into phenyl free radical, that phenyl free radical attack to the ethylene group, hence the chain should be started. This is called chain initiation. Then after that the number of phenyl free radical chain again reconnected with the number of the ethylene groups, chain is propagated, and this kind of the chains are connected to opposite direction, ultimately chain should be stopped, and you get polymer polyethylene. So these are the most important mechanism in the additional polymerization chain growth mechanism. Note here, see Nana, in chain growth mechanism what steps are involved? Catalyst are required, yes or no? Yes, definitely catalyst are required, but no elimination. Because of why here elimination is not there? Because of this mechanism is involved in the additional polymerization. Already I discussed it, in the additional polymerization elimination is not there, and chain growth mechanism present in the additional polymerization. So my dear students, this is an important mechanism. I hope understood this video, especially chain growth mechanism. The next my video step growth mechanism. Okay.